Any Barker fans out there?
What's he unboxing? What'd it be? I don't know. Shut up and see.
Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. This is a crazy one. This is a wonderful, awesome gift from Brian James Freeman. If you're not on his Patreon, you should be, because recently he said, "Hey, I got 20 arcs of this Clive Barker book from Subpress to give away, and if you want one, I'm going to give away one randomly to Patreon subscribers." And I am one. And I just randomly, he said, "Here you go." Well, he didn't. He didn't say, "Here you go." But he said, uh, 20 people will get a shipping notice tonight. And I got a shipping notice. And then here it is. It's here. And I am a huge Barker fan. I love Clive Barker. I didn't know about this book. I didn't know Subpress was going to do any more Clive Barker. And I am so stoked. This is a pretty wild thing. This is called the Jump Tribe. Clive apparently drew this. He's an artist as well as a brilliant author. And he did this big print, this big piece of all these little creatures, tiny little creatures. Bloop, 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 like that's the sounds they make when they're on this thing. And a plush toy company said, "Hey, we want to do a plushie based on each of those drawings." And so they did. I could be totally butchering this. Phil and Sarah Stokes could correct me if they'd like, and I would welcome it. But this company did plushies, and Clive wrote the stories to go with these plushies. And I've never heard of it. I didn't know about it until this happened. But apparently it's from 2005. If you've ever collected Todd McFarlane's toys, he did a series called Tortured Souls with Clive Barker, and Clive Barker wrote stories to go with all the characters in that action figure line. And I bought that book. They collected all the stories into one, and I bought that. That was a Subpress title. But this is more for kids. These are plush toys. They each have their own story, and I believe they're all collected here for the first time. So Jump Tribe, Clive Barker, advanced uncorrected proof. And this is the piece of art that got the whole thing rolling. So he did all these little drawings, and Plush Toy Company brought them. I don't know if all of them were made into plushies. Most of them are just some, and that's pretty cool. So Brian James Freeman was just giving these out, and I randomly got one. I'm sure it was totally random. I'm positive. Well, I'm not positive, but Jump Tribe. It's a cool little book. So, look at that. Subterranean Press 2025. So it's 20 years after this debuted at the San Diego Comic-Con. People you could still see it. You can go on eBay and somebody's selling a boxed plushie signed by Clive Barker, and each of them came with a book. Now, I don't know if it's the collected book or if it's just the one story that goes with that one character. I'm not sure. I was tempted to buy it and find out. So what do we got inside? Twath's Tale. What a twath. The Tale of Kungu Na. So you see, it's pretty cool. The text is big and there are generous page margins. So it's a lot of fun. And I think it's for a younger audience. Yabu's Tale. Now this is the plushie I see the most. Yabu. So you got Yabu. Who else is in here? Yabu, the Tale of Kungu Na, Twath's Tale, Billam's Tale. And then you get Jumpish poems. Kungu Na's first poem, Kungu Na's second poem. The poem of Grimwat the Smotherer, a famous Jump Tribe monster. And then the Jumpish prayer. Wow, that's creepy. I hate to think of anything getting smothered. But, I mean, there's Billam. Billam. So this is a lot of fun. I love it. Jumpish poems. Thank you, Brian James Freeman, for sending this along to me. Absolutely love Clive Barker, genius author, and I'm dying for new work from that master. And this is really cool. So Apparently, Subpress is doing a book that I'm going to be interested in, which doesn't happen all that often, other than Joe Lansdale titles. So be on the lookout for this if you're a Clive Barker fan. Also, subscribe to Brian James Freeman's Patreon for cool things. According to this, it'll be published in March of 2025, March 9th. So be on the lookout. I'm sure if the ARCs are floating around, the pre-order window is going to open up. And wow, what if I missed it totally and the pre-order window's already open? I don't know. I don't know. Stay tuned to both Lividian, Subterranean Press. Enjoy what you get. Thank you for joining me this time. Hope to see you again next time. In the meantime, stay frosty. Jump Tribe.